as detailed as you would.
Mike, geez, that's loud. Mic check two. Mic check two. Mic check two. Check, check, check. You got it? Hey, let her talk. Here, say something on that.
Mic check, mic check. Coming in, Wild Health Field. What day is this? What's day? Awesome.
Is her levels good?
We say? Cut him.
How's my mic? Good? Well, it's 79 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's sunny, and it's time for baseball here at Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Good evening, everybody. I'm Steve Tressler, and I'll be joined by Ashley Grigsby today as we bring you Lexington Legends baseball from right here at Wild Hill Field. Big game tonight. Both teams looking to get the series win. Friday night, the Dirty Birds and the Legends put on an absolute offensive show. The game went into 13 innings. It lasted into the next day, and they came back later on that day and played an 8-inning game. Legends won the first game, though, Friday night, which didn't end until Saturday early morning. That game finished 17-16 in favor of the Legends. After 13 innings, the Legends scored 17 runs on 25 hits. Quickly, though, I want you to see out at our first pitch there. That is the point guard for the University of Kentucky, a senior. His name is Severe Wheeler. Started his college career at the University of Georgia and has come to Kentucky, and this will be his second year at Kentucky, and he threw out the first pitch. Hey, not bad, Severe. Look at that for a point guard. Not too bad. So the University of Kentucky Wildcats well represented, and he's standing there with Will Painter, who caught the first pitch, and I know that was fun for Will. He's a big UK Wildcat fan. Well, folks, we appreciate you joining. We're going to give you the starting lineups here in just a second when we come back. But the series win, it's coming down between the Dirty Birds and Legends right now. Legends won the other night, 17 runs, 25 hits. Are you kidding me? And the Dirty Birds were just as good. Dirty Birds, 16 runs, 17 hits. So, big game here tonight. Dirty Birds won last night, though, 6-5. So, it's whoever wins this game wins the series. The ever-important last series of the season between the Dirty Birds and Legends. We appreciate you guys tuning in to join us. We'll be right back with the starting lineups. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Legends Baseball Network. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Steve Tressler with Ashley Grigsby. Going to bring you the starting lineup right now. I want to thank you for joining us tonight here in Lexington, Kentucky from Wild Health Field. It is sorority night here at the ballpark tonight, so a lot of the sorority ladies are out here to watch a baseball game, and usually if it's sorority night, some of the guys show up too from the fraternities because they know where the sorority gals will be. And we are almost ready for baseball. So let me give you the starting lineup first for the visiting Dirty Birds. And now, you may not know why Charleston is called the Dirty Birds. Do you know why, Ashley? Okay, well, that's good. Most people don't know why. Charleston's called the Dirty Birds because when they were working in the coal mines, they would use the birds to be able to tell if the canary birds, if the canary birds, here, how's it go again? How's it go? Tell me.
No, you haven't.
So the bird, they would send the bird in, and if it died, they knew that it was toxic to go into the mine that day. But if the bird went in and came out, and they knew it was okay. So you didn't go in when the bird never came back out because that was considered a dirty bird day, and the bird would die. But if the bird came back out, he would be full of dust, and he would look dirty, but he was alive, and that would be a good day to go into the mine. Isn't that cool? All right. And we're called legends here because, well, if you've ever been close to me, you feel a lot of, like, really strong positive energy, and a lot of people, when they get near me, they say, that guy's got to be somebody. You know, I don't know what he is, but I can tell because I know when people get close to you, they're like, hey, who is she? Is she this? Is she that? And I'm like, no, it's just Ashley. But that's how we got legends, because people got close to us, and they're like, man, those people seem legendary and humble too. So, all right, well, let's give you the starting lineups. Enough of that chit-chat. Hey, Colin Cropley, hello. I know Eric Tyler should be on here soon, so hello to Eric already. How about that, Eric? You're not even on here yet, and I said hi. First for the Dirty Birds from Charleston, batting first, playing left field, number 6, Devon Torrance. Batting second, the second baseman, number 11, Scott Burcham. Batting third, playing center field, number 3, Nick Heath. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 53, Edwin Espinal. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 4, Tyler Blom. Tyler was catching the other night, but he's glad to be out of there. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 2, Scott Kelly. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 15, Miles Williams. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 44, Yvonne Gonzalez. And pitching and batting ninth, number 23, Derek Adams. For your Lexington Legends, batting first, the center fielder, number 27, Phillip Urban. Batting second, the second baseman, number 15, Tillman Pugh. Batting third, the left fielder, number 24, Courtney Hawkins. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 13, Isaiah Tejeda. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 14, James Nelson. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 22, Montrell Marshall. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 18, Manuel Geraldo. Batting eighth and catching, number 25, Pete Yorgan. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 9, Tio Martinez. And the starting pitcher on the bump for your Lexington Legends tonight is number 28, Mr. Jones himself. So we are just about ready for first pitch, and it looks like we're about to have the starting lineup, or the players come out for the national anthem. Officials for tonight's game, home plate umpire is Ben Howard. Lyle Travis will be at first base. Third base will be David White. And here come the Legends out to the field now. Stick with us here, everybody. We're going to have the national anthem, and immediately following first pitch, and Ashley Grigsby will join us sometime around there, and then we'll bring you live baseball from right here in Lexington, Kentucky. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Legends Baseball Network. Welcome back, Wild Hill Field, Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Steve Tressler. It is time for Lexington Legends baseball. Just have the starting lineup, and we are just about ready to go here, folks. On the bump tonight, Quincy Jones for the Lexington Legends, the big left-hander. And we are ready to go, folks. Legends and Dirty Birds fighting it out to see who's going to win this series here before the season comes to an end here very shortly. And I had a great experience today. As I was getting ready for the game today, who should walk up here into the press box but Brandon Phillips? And I knew Brandon was a great athlete. I knew Brandon played for the Reds for several years. From 2002 to 2005, he was a Cleveland Indian, got traded to the Reds. But I didn't know that Brandon was such a gentleman. And not only did he come up and say hi to all of us here in the press box, he wanted to thank us all for everything we did this year. But then he took the time. I told him what a huge fan my wife was, because anytime we went to a Reds game, she had to have something of Brandon Phillips on or buy something that had Phillips on it. And so my house is full of Brandon Phillips stuff. But I said, hey, is there any way you got time, Brandon, to FaceTime my wife because she has a birthday coming up? He goes, man, I'd love to do that. And he actually waited for her to answer the phone. She answered it, and she couldn't believe what she saw, because I didn't preface it with anything. She just thought it was me calling, and then she answered the phone, and there's Brandon's smiling face. She goes, she took a big gasp in. She goes, Brandon, and she was so excited. So pretty cool moment for the Tressler wife there. And here's Ashley Grigsby, and first pitch here by Quincy Jones is outside, ball one. So Ashley, thank you for asking Brandon to come up and say hi. I think he probably would have, but I know that you had prodded him to do it, and I know my wife is certainly happy, so thanks for setting that up.
You're welcome. I'm glad to help. He's such a good guy that, you know, didn't take much prodding at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, just an ask.
So Quincy Jones here, the left-hander. Let's tell you a little bit about Quincy Jones. He's 6'6", 220. He was drafted back in 2015. Did play some baseball in the Pioneer League. He's from Southfield, Michigan. And 4 pitches into the game here, and Devon Torrance draws a walk from Quincy Jones. So not the start you would want to see for Quincy. Played his college ball at William Woods University, and we're hoping he can settle into his spot here tonight and bring his best stuff, because whoever wins tonight does win this series here. So Torrance on base here, Scott Burcham, the second baseman. Burcham batting .235.
Yeah, he's got 5 home runs and 35 RBIs from the season. He's got an OPS of 602.
Of course, Quincy checking first base here, keeping his eye on Torrance. Finally gets a strike in there with that last pitch and decides to throw over anyway to Torrance.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, Sip Garza, the Legends pitching coach, he pitched.
Runner goes. Torrance is going to be in there. The throw by Jorgen down there in time, but just not able. The throw not able for Tillman Pugh to grab it, as it was a little low, but it was on time, but not in a position where Pugh could snatch it and make the tag. Go ahead, Ashley.
Yes, I'm expecting, or at least I'm assuming, that Quincy was brought in to help relieve some of these pitchers, so it's a welcome sight to see him.
Absolutely.
Look at that play.
And boy, they would have had him picked off if Tillman went down to make the tag. That's not a force out, is it?
He's caught off the bag.
Hold on. Hang on just a second. Is that a force out? Okay.
Yeah, he popped it up.
All right. So it must have been in the air. I thought maybe it was a grounder, but double play there. Nice play by Geraldo to get it over to Pugh, and get the double play. So I apologize. I wasn't on top of that one.
That came from the pitcher.
Yeah.
You said
So,
Herrera?
yeah, I'm sorry, Jones. See, I met Brandon. I don't know if you know this, but Brandon Phillips came up today to talk to us. And this ball hit straight away center, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. So with 2 outs, Nick Heath able to get on. So Burcham, actually, was that a line drive to the pitcher? Yeah. I thought he grounded that.
It kind of popped up.
Okay. All right. So a single into center with 2 outs. See, I'm still thinking about meeting Brandon. I couldn't believe what a nice guy was. And you said, Steve, you seem calm, because Ashley knows Brandon's my screensaver on my phone. But see, I didn't. She's like, why didn't you show that to him? And I said, well, I don't want to scare him, because I didn't want him to think he came up here and met Stalker Boy instead of just somebody who was a fan. But yeah, my son is my lock screen, but my screen, when you unlock it, BP's on there.
Yeah, on your home screen. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on there for years too. And stolen base there by Heath on the pitch. But when he came up, you asked why I was so calm, but it was because he was calm. You know, he came up and just very relaxed. And, you know, a lot of times you feel rushed to try to talk to people that, you know, are your heroes. And they say don't meet your heroes. Well, I met one of mine, and it was a good experience.
And who knows? Maybe he's a big fan of yours, and he was really excited.
That's kind of what I thought. I thought he was like, man, this is the guy that calls my games here in Lexington. He walked away. I could tell he was like, oh man, that was overwhelming. I got to meet Steve Tressler. That pitch is low and away, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. This is Edwin Espinal, folks. 272 batter, 8 home runs, 41 RBIs. I promise we'll talk some more about the game here. This ball hit into left center field for a base hit. And coming around the bag is Nick Heath. He's going straight in, and he'll score. So Espinal with an RBI single there. Marilyn, I turned up my mic there. Can you hear me okay now? Let me know if that's better, Marilyn. You say you can hear Ashley Grigsby? Pretty good.
Awesome.
Good. Because the other day it was just the opposite, Ashley. We couldn't hear you, but they could hear me. I don't know that, Marilyn, you really want to hear me. Unless you're a Miles Williams fan, Marilyn, because if you are, I do brag on Miles quite a bit. Okay, good. You told me it's better. All right. First pitch there, ball 1 to Tyler Blom.
Yep. Tyler's batting .233 on the season. He's got 2 home runs and 19 RBIs.
Blom typically a catcher, but he's in the third base spot today. Getting a little break from behind the plate. 2 outs and a 1-0 Dirty Birds lead. That ball fouled out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beautiful day here in Lexington, Kentucky. And if you have never been to Lexington, Kentucky, you have to come here at least once. And the best time to do it is usually in the fall when you can make it to Keeneland. And that's always a good time to come.
Or any time throughout the summer when you can make it to a Legends game.
Yeah. You know, definitely a Legends game. I mean, that goes without saying. I'm just telling them, if you can come in the spring or the fall, if you're not going to make it in the summer for a Legends game, come in the spring, come in the fall when the Keeneland's in, and it's a whole different experience. You know, it's just so pretty out there and watching the horses race. This ball hit into left field as well, so back-to-back singles. 3 people have singled to left, and now the runner headed to second, and the throw gets past Tillman Pugh over there at second as Hawkins threw a laser to him. Marshall backs him up at first. So a fielding error sends the runner, Edwin Espinal, to third, and now runners on the corners.
And Espinal took a pretty healthy lead off first, you know, when you're looking at the first baseman there to get to third. I don't know if you noticed that.
Right.
feel like he was about halfway to second before that ball reached the outfield.
So runners on the corners now, first and third, 2 outs. And that pitch in there for strike one here to Scott Kelly. Miles Williams on deck.
Scott Kelly's playing shortstop today. He's got a 232 average, 1 home run and 29 RBIs on the season.
And that one's in there for a strike as well. So Torrance walked, then Scott Burcham popped up to the pitcher and ended up hitting into a double play. Then, since then, the next 3 batters have all hit singles. And that's how the Dirty Birds have jumped down to a 1-0 lead and have runners on the corners. And now they've got him caught up and picked off. And they get the runner at second. Great job by Quincy Jones recognizing the lead over there. And Blom gets tagged out at second. Well, that'll do it for the Dirty Birds. 1 run, 3 hits. Legends coming up right after this. You're listening to Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Baseball Network. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Dirty Birds jump down to a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. And here's Phillip Irvin to lead things off for the Legends' first pitch. Fouled off his leg there, strike one.
Phillip Irvin's batting .262 on the season. He's got 16 home runs and 55 RBIs.
And had a great game the other night. He was one of the guys that homered him, Tillman Pugh, and Courtney Hawkins, too, the other night. So a lot of offense from these guys. And that one hit hard, deep left field, going back to the warning track, and you can kiss it goodbye. Phillip Irvin, the former Cincinnati Red, with a leadoff home run here in the bottom of the first. How about that, Ashley?
Yeah, it's awesome. He did the same thing in Gastonia. That first leadoff batter is so important. Yeah.
Home run number 17 of the season for Irvin, as he gets plenty of love from the guys on his way around the bases and headed towards the dugout. And RBI 56, 57, and 58 for Phillip Irvin there. So
yeah, he's batting .344 in September.
Wow. He's turned it up in September. So we got a tie ball game just like that. thanks to a blast by Irvin to left. And now this pitch here hits straight up the middle. Sliding over to make the play, though, is Burcham, and they get Tillman Pugh for out number 1. And here comes the big man. I tell you what, I have literally said a prayer for this guy. I hope he gets picked up when this season ends, before the playoffs start. I would love to see this guy make it.
Yeah, same here. Courtney's batting .296 on the season. He's got 46 home runs and 119 RBIs.
He was the high school player of the year in Texas, the Gatorade High School Player of the Year in baseball out of the state of Texas.
He was the MVP of last season.
Yeah.
The championship series.
He's got the resume. What he has not had from the major leagues is the opportunity. And the only thing he needs, I think, now is the opportunity, because he is putting up video game numbers here. Batting right around 300 at 296. And like you said, 46 homers, 119 RBIs. He's 2 away from breaking the home run record in the Atlantic League. And that one fouled back. That pitch, 88 miles an hour.
Yeah, and look at his OPS. OPS of 1,000. I mean,
And it's been over 1,000 all year.
Yeah.
That tells the story, Ashley, right? Mm-hmm. And this one hit hard to left, and it's going to drop in for a base hit for Hawkins. So that OPS over 1,000, that means he's hitting for power and he's hitting for average, and he continues to produce for the Legends. And you'd be hard pressed to say there's been a better Lexington Legend offensively than Hawkins.
But I would say up next would be Isaiah Seiya.
Yeah, Tejeda, in his own right, has put up big numbers as well. And Ashley, you know the numbers.
Yeah, he's batting .271 on the season. He's got 27 home runs and 84 RBIs.
And Tejeda the other night had a big game as well. He had a home run.
That's right.
First pitch to him gets the outside corner.
And Tejeda's batting .360 in September.
Big numbers from Tejeda, .367 average in September. That's fantastic. Here's the 0-1 to Tejeda. Outside, 1-1. Derek Adams, a pitcher up there, at one point had thrown nothing but strikes. 8 pitches, 8 strikes. And that was the first pitch he threw tonight that was not in the strike zone to Tejeda.
Yeah, and coming into this, Derek Adams had a 4.31 ERA.
Adams was drafted in 2018 by the Royals in the 27th round. Played his college ball at Jacksonville State. That pitch upstairs, 2-2 the count. Both pitchers tonight left-handed. Born in March of '97 from Decatur, Alabama. Looks in for the sign here. Checks his runner. Now kicks and fires. And that one ripped by Tejeda into left field as well. And back-to-back shots to left. Kind of the same thing the Dirty Birds did with their batting order. Once they got past the first 2 batters, the next 3 hit singles. And, well, if that happens here, we're replicating what they did.
I was thinking the same thing. Those balls are hitting just in that same spot.
Yeah, single to left, single to left, single to left. So Tejeda on board. And here's James Nelson, .389 batting average, 5 homers, 7 RBIs. OPS over 1,300. He's got a lot smaller sample size.
Yeah, he's only has 12 games on the season.
And this pitch is popped up into the shallow right field side. Players racing back for it. And a diving grab out there by Williams. How about that catch by Miles Williams? I bet Mary Lynn Williams thought that was a pretty good play, as her son made a diving catch in right for the out. So, hey, Mama, you can jump up and down and celebrate that. That was nice.
Yeah, that was a very athletic play.
Absolutely. And he's fine and jumps right back to his feet and heads back out to his spot. So that's out number 1. on a diving grab by the right fielder, Miles Williams.
Yeah, he and Edwin Espinal were sitting there, I assume, just talking about how awesome the play was.
Yeah. You know, Espinal was glad that Williams made that catch.
Absolutely.
It would have been a lot tougher for Espinal running backwards at that thing.
But good on him for, his effort for being there.
Absolutely. And here's the first pitch to Montrell Marshall, who's at first base today, typically the third baseman in the lineup.
Yeah, they've been switching things up. Marshall's batting .243 on the season. He's got 18 home runs and 64 RBIs.
And he rips that one into left. And that's the third single to left. And they're going to wave in the big man Hawkins. And he's in there all the way from second base on a shallow shot to left. So, boy, tip your hat to the big man getting around the bases. And it's a 2-1 Legends lead.
Yeah, he's moving like there's scouts watching.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got the word or not, but.
Well, also BP's here. So, Brandon, he's probably watching, saying, well, get around them bases.
Obviously not to take anything from Courtney. Hawkins always
he's
always out there out hustling and trying to put numbers on the board. But that was a heck of an effort.
Now, you do say they turn it up a little bit when BP's here.
I feel like they do.
Yeah.
I feel like they do.
Because he's not going. He may be smiling, but
right.
But behind that smile, he's going to choke you out. He reminds me of guys that I know in the military that I serve with. They got a smile on their face. It's like Coke. Coke wants to teach the world to sing, but behind closed doors they're saying kill Pepsi. You know that, right? And then so is Pepsi. So don't let the smile fool you. He's a tooth chipper.
Yeah, absolutely a competitor for sure. But friendly, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a fun game.
Manuel Geraldo at the plate. He fouls this one off, stays alive at 0-2, 261 average.
Yeah, he's kind of in the hole here a bit. He's batting .261 on the season, 6 home runs and 42 RBIs. He's got an OPS of .689. And he's a switch hitter.
Yeah, so he's typically you'll see him from the left side, but
that's right.
We're not used to seeing him bat from the right as much. And chops this one to short, and they get the out. So that'll do it. Pugh grounds out, Nelson flies out, and then another ground out by Geraldo ends the inning. They leave 2 stranded, but they do have the lead. 2 runs on 4 hits for your Lexington Legends. And we are headed to the second, folks. Legends lead 2-1. We'll be back with Legends Baseball right after this. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. 2-1 lead for the Legends. And leading off here, Scott Kelly comes back to the plate. He was in the middle of his first plate appearance when Blom was picked off, heading back to second. Strike one from Derek Adams.
From Quincy.
Yep, excuse me.
Kelly's batting.
Quincy Jones.
Kelly's batting .232 on the season. He's got 1 home run and 29 RBIs.
Yeah, actually, I met Brandon Phillips. I don't know if you know that, but so I kind of had that on my head. So,
You met Brandon Phillips?
yeah, you don't know the story? I'll tell it to you in a minute. Okay. 2-1 strike, top of the second. And this ball hit hard to left field, going back to the warning track. And it's going to fall in there for a base hit. It bounces off the Benjamin Moore sign, and it's going to be a stand-up double as it bounces over that Benjamin Moore sign and into the parking area. So a ground rule double for Kelly to lead things off here in the top of the second. Hey, Eric Tyler, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us, buddy. Sheridan, Leatherberry, Quincy Jones fan club from Detroit. Hello. Welcome to the broadcast, Sheridan. First pitch outside here to Miles Williams. Miles made a great grab out there in right field moments ago for the first out in the bottom of the first.
That's right. Miles is batting. Foul? Miles is batting .157 on the season. He's got 8 home runs and 22 RBIs. He's got an OPS of .563. And yesterday, he hit a home run.
1-1 strike. And this ball hits straight away right field, and settling under it is Tio Martinez makes the catch, and the runner decides not to tag up, and the throw goes past third base as Nelson doesn't handle it, but nice job by Quincy Jones backing him up there. Had he not done that, that ball would have gone in the dugout, and the runner would have advanced. That's a pitcher being very heady about what his role is and what he's supposed to do. Most pitchers, I'm not going to say most, some pitchers forget to do that. They wouldn't have backed up their third baseman on that play because why? It's just a fly ball.
That's right, yeah. And Jones has been in the game the entire time. From the second play, he was already, throwing down to second.
Yeah, making a double play happen.
Right.
And the first pitch here, or excuse me, that pitch there inside ball one.
He's definitely been 2 steps ahead, it feels like.
Yvonne Gonzalez at the plate.
Gonzalez is batting .313 on the season. He's got 6 home runs and 50 RBIs. He's got an OPS of .825.
That pitch is inside.
Want me to test it? Okay.
All right. Just making sure I hear you. All right. That pitch there, in there for a strike, 2-1. Ashley, go ahead and say his stats one more time for Yvonne.
Yeah, he's batting .313 on the season. He's got 6 home runs and 50 RBIs.
All right.
And that's it. Foul.
All right.
Steve Tressler's working on my levels here, making sure everybody can hear me well. Appreciate it, Steve.
Yeah, a lot better there. All right, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out, top of the second. Dirty Birds and Legends. Legends with a 2-1 lead here. And this ball hit right to Tillman Pugh. He'll grab it, fire to first, and that's out number 2 of the inning. Runner advances to third, but Gonzalez grounds out.
I would say that's a good play for Pugh around the umpire, and good on the umpire for kind of getting out of the way of that ground ball.
So 2 outs, and here comes the pitcher, Derek Adams. Now, it's interesting because most of the time the pitchers don't hit. They bring in the designated hitter because they can have one. But apparently Derek Adams likes to bat, and he's pretty good at it. But we're going to find out. But he's facing another lefty, and I can tell you as a left-handed batter, we don't like facing lefties. It looks like the ball's coming right at us every time.
And that first ball was in for a strike, but right now Derek Adams is batting .500.
And that pitch is in there, and right away, Jones jumping all over him at 0-2.
That was 13 minutes ago.
So, Connie, if you're listening, tell us how you hear us now. Make sure we're both good. That ball fouled out of play. And it's 0-2. Beautiful night here in Lexington, Kentucky tonight. Not a cloud in the sky. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. And that's the first strikeout of the game for Quincy Jones. Folks, it is still 2-1. We're headed to the bottom of the second. Thanks for joining us. This is Lexington Legends Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back. First pitch here to the catcher, Pete Jorgen, upstairs, ball 1. Jorgen, 264 average, no homers, but I think he's going to hit one today. I got a feeling he's going to hit one between now and Sunday.
I have more on that in a second. Pete Jorgen's batting .264 on the season. Obviously, zero
Here's
home
a
runs.
chopper right up the middle, headed to second. They grab it, throw to first, and just get Jorgen as he almost runs that one out. Jorgen, I don't know, 1-1 pitch, chops up the middle, but, I was getting ready to say, Jorgen's had a pretty good September. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't have that quite in front of me, but I do now. Yeah, for September, he's batting .308 on the season.
Yeah, Jorgen's played some good baseball here at the end of the year, and definitely expect to see him again next year.
He's coming in clutch many times.
Oh, yeah. And Teo Martinez stepping in.
I'll save it for the next.
Teo shows bunt and pulls back. Called strike, though. 0-1. 221 average, 7 homers, 28 RBIs. Started the year as a genome and made his way over to the Legends. And what really feels good to T.O. is he played great against the Genomes, so he got to kind of rub it in their face a little bit, like you cut the wrong guy, folks. 1 ball, 1 strike to Martinez.
Yeah, and talk about someone who did well in September.
That one grounded out to second as well. So back-to-back ground outs.
Teodoro Martinez is actually batting .346 in September.
Yep.
And, of course, that's across 8 games.
So 2 down, top of the order. And Phillip Irvin coming back to the plate. Irvin hit a home run his first time up. We'd love to see a replay of that one right here. Legends lead 2-1, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Dirty Birds 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. This one chopped straight into left field for a base hit. So first pitch smacks it, and he's 2 for 2 tonight with a home run and a single to left now. And Tillman Pugh coming back up. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight and tuning in for Dirty Birds and Legends Baseball here. Atlantic League Baseball, an official partner of Major League Baseball. Here's Tillman Pugh, 261 on the year. First pitch to him, outside ball 1, and oh, they said they got him. His hand was on the bag. My goodness.
I thought he was safe.
It looked like he was underneath the tag, and his hand was on the base. And I'm going to watch a replay here. Back that up a hair. It looked like his hand was on the bag there. Let's see if his hand gets on that bag. Right? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, they call him out. That was the Lyle Travis, first base umpire, called him out. And you know what? He sees it better than us, Ashley. We'll let him do his job. We'll do ours. Hey, that's the end of the second. We're headed to the third, folks. Legends lead 2-1. We'll be right back. We hope you're enjoying the game because we enjoy having you. This is Legends Baseball on the Legends Baseball Network. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field. 2-1 score here. Legends leading the Dirty Birds from Charleston. This is game 3 of the 3-game series. Legends won Friday night, a game that went 13 innings and didn't finish until Saturday morning. The Dirty Birds, as the year have gone on, as this season has gone on, they have really adopted the attitude of Billy Horn, their manager. That ball hit high into the air. Looks like it might go foul, but you know what I mean? Like, Billy Horn is a kind of a tough-minded, grinded-out type guy, and, you know, you can tell he's a competitor, doesn't want to lose, and, boy, his teams seem to adopt his personality by this point of the year because they fight. I mean, they don't give up, and I think that reflects on his job as a good manager.
Yeah, for sure. They're definitely not laying down at all against the Legends or anybody else. And I don't know, it may come as a surprise to some, but I would absolutely point to the leadership of Billy Horn.
Yeah, his team definitely has adopted his attitude, and they fight all the way through the game, and they don't go down easy. And I think Friday night is what I'm really referring to. They at every turn, they could have given up. You know, I mean, it's a 3-game series. At some point, you think, whatever. And the same could be said for P.J. Phillips. I mean, how tough were the Legends Friday night? My gosh, I don't know that there's any team in the MLB that would have beat them Friday night. They would not go away.
Not at all.
So strikeout there, and first pitch here missing, or actually in there for a strike. I'm sorry, but
Fouled it off.
yeah. I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you. I should be looking at the game, shouldn't I? But Quincy Jones there gets another strikeout. It's strikeout number 2 as Torrance goes down.
And second baseman Scott Bertram's at the plate. He's batting .235 on the season. He's got 5 home runs and 35 RBIs.
That pitch there in for a strike as well. 0-2. Swing and a miss. And another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Quincy Jones. And, boy, he's given that name, Quincy Jones, everything it's worth as he's making music up there now with back-to-back strikeouts and beautiful pitches.
I love to see that range. He had the previous strike before that was 87 miles per hour, and this one that rang him up was 72 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Fooled him on that one.
Absolutely.
Change up, way ahead. And this pitch here, right up the middle, an 87-mile-an-hour fastball for a base hit. And so Nick Heath has hit 2 singles. Both of them have gone straight up center field. So Heath is locked in on these pitches. And here comes the big man, Edwin Espinal. Edwin Espinal had a home run the other night as well. And for a big guy, I tell you this, he moves, man. That guy can move.
He absolutely moves. He's batting .276 on the season. He's got 8 home runs.
But you wouldn't think, looking at Edwin Espinal, that he was as agile and as quick as he is. Because I'm a big guy, and I'm fast. People are shocked when they play me like in basketball. But to see him out there on the base paths, I was stunned the other night because I remember they tried to pick him off and he got back, and then he stole the base. I thought, oh, my gosh, he's faster than he looks.
He's actually he's taller than he looks, too. I'm looking here. He's 6'2". His stature is much larger than that, than even the 6'2" that's listed here. But, yeah, he absolutely moves, and hopefully nobody is sleeping on him because, that's how he got to third.
That pitch outside, runner goes. Stolen base there for Heath. No throw, ball gets away from Jorgen. So runner at second, 2 outs. And at this point, with a count here of 2-0, Jones just needs to focus on this batter here and get them out of the inning because Heath now in scoring position with 2 outs.
You never know with Jones, he might pick him off. I mean, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the first inning, he did pick him off. He actually picked off, was it Tyler Blom in the first inning? So who's to say he won't do it again here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Quincy Jones is going to try to get his outs however he can to get out of the inning.
That pitch is outside, and that is ball 4. So runners at first and second. Not really a bad move, to be honest with you, even if it was not intentional, because now you've got to play at any base, and you get a force out no matter where you throw. So that walk puts Espinal on first, and here comes Tyler Blom the second time up for him. He singled to left his first time.
That's right. And he is batting .233 on the season. Actually, list him. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Jorgen had a beautiful throw down to third on the stolen base by Heath. And even the fans cheered because they knew they had him. Let's take a look. Heath goes. Jorgen grabs it, fires. Whew. Bang, bang play. So he may have gotten in there. Now, the replay actually looked better there. And there's a strike. So 0-2 here. Runners at first and third.
Tyler Baum's batting 237 on the season, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs, and an OPS of 663.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and we're out of the inning. So 3 strikeouts in the inning as he struck out the side. And we're headed to the bottom of the third. Legends still on top, 2-1. This is Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Baseball Network. Be right back, everybody. Tillman Pugh's going to lead off the bottom of the third inning. This is Steve Tressler alongside of me, my friend and colleague Ashley Grigsby. Ashley does so much more than me here at the baseball field. It's ridiculous. She jumps in here and does this analyst job like she's been doing it her whole life. But for the Legends, you have so many roles. Tell everybody what you do day to day here.
I'm the ticket sales manager by day, I would say.
Are you corporate or just walk up, or what do you do?
We do all groups. We do groups. So I'm in group sales, and that's my job, is to sell to groups and bring the people out to the ballpark.
Well, you made it sound simple. That's not it, because you did a lot of the media work. I've seen your stuff you put on Facebook. I threw out a first pitch because I was the first mascot here, and you were the one out there filming it, and then you were following Mike around, and you had to do stuff on that end. 2 balls, 2 strikes here at Pew. So you do a lot more than just ticket sales.
Yeah, I would say I think the nature of independent ball is just that.
Multiple roles, yeah.
You wear a lot of hats.
This one chopped foul by Tillman. He stays alive. Count stays 2-2. Adams here. No strikeouts yet, but he's not missing the strike zone. 30 pitches, 22 strikes. But, yeah, I've seen you, and you do a lot of fan interactions. I see you talking to a lot of fans. You help with player issues. I've heard about, how you have helped out players from time to time when they've needed something too. And this ball popped up by Pugh.
Yeah.
In an unofficial way.
Right. I mean, I feel like anybody who needs anything, if I'm able to help them, it doesn't matter top to bottom, I'll lend a hand and help out. I think it's an opportunity just to be able to serve in all these different roles. So it's an opportunity to be here with you, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-2 count. And I noticed that sometimes you'll ask me for a drink out of my cooler, but yet you didn't offer me any of your salt and vinegar chips. But I don't care. You know what? Here we go. Baseball. Payoff pitch right here. And this one hit left field, going back and making the catch right there is Devon Torrance for out number 1. I'm messing with you. I don't want no chips.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's yours, Steve.
Yeah, I was going to drop it in there real fast.
It's yours. You can have the rest of it.
I didn't expect him to hit that one on that pitch. I thought I'd have more time to give my setup and then stab you with it, but I'm not trying to chop you. You know that.
Yes.
Because you've had my back, so I'm never going to do that to you. The one word that I believe in more than any other, loyalty. You got to be loyal. You got to do your job, but you got to be loyal. And here's the big man, Courtney Hawkins. You talk about loyalty. He is loyal to that baseball, because every time the baseball gets close, Courtney knocks it out of the field, and the baseball likes to run. The baseball likes to fly, and Courtney sends it flying.
That's right. And he's batting 289.
No.
No, I'm sorry, 298.
There you go.
298. Whoa.
See, I had to be loyal to Courtney. Now, I would never correct you on air, but I wanted to make sure you give him his love.
The whoa.
Yeah. This one fouled off. So 1-1. And see, Hawkins today has already smacked one to left for a base hit.
I'd say he's playing well all around.
And this one, grounder to short. They pick it up, fire to first, and that is out number 2. I really hope that Courtney does what he does best here tonight, and that's send one over the wall. So 2 outs. And here comes Tejeda.
Where are they from?
Lexington. Oh, really? Okay. Natasha, from the other night where you were chatting with me.
What's your last name?
Horton.
Natasha Horton, thank you for the cupcakes. What a wonderful gesture. So, microphone Mike Allison, who I've actually shared with Andy Shea that they need to have a bobblehead night for Microphone Mike. Players come and go, but Microphone Mike has been here for 20 years.
21?
21.
22.
22 now. And I said, Andy, players come and go.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Mike has been here for 22
Yeah.
years. They need to have a bobblehead for Mike one night. As like a gift for being here for so long. And this ball hit by Tejeda high into the sky, but not too deep. It might be playable as Burcham goes back and he makes a catch. That'll end the inning. Legends leave one stranded. After 3, it's 2-1 Legends. We'll be back with more Legends Baseball on the Legends Baseball Network right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Steve Tressler, Ashley Grigsby. As we begin the top of the 4th, Kelly hits a ball here, and nice little catch out there, and that's out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. Nice performance so far by Derek Adams, only giving up 1 run on 5 hits through 3 in the 3rd now. First pitch there and there for a strike. And I don't think that was
Miles Williams
Yeah.
at the plate.
Yep.
Okay.
Williams 156. Strike 2 to Williams. Mama Williams watching. And while we want the Legends to win, we also want you to see your son play well. The ball hit to short, fired over to first, and that is out number 2 for the Legends here. Williams grounding out to the shortstop, and that brings up the catcher, Yvonne Gonzalez. Nice crowd here tonight, Ashley, for Thursday night and sorority night, which, of course, the fraternities get word of that, and they decide to show up, too, all of a sudden. How about that?
That's right. And, they're getting those discount Pepsis out here.
That's right. Dollar beer, dollar Pepsi tonight.
For Thursday, the last Thursday of the Legends season.
That's right. Last dollar beer night of the year. And then tomorrow, Friday night's usually a giveaway night. 1 ball, no strike here to Gonzalez. And this one fouled out of play, 1-1. What's the giveaway tomorrow night? Do we know yet? Is it a mystery giveaway?
I'm not sure.
Let me yell down to Mike here. Mike, what's the giveaway tomorrow? Mystery. 1 ball, 1 strike, so it is a mystery giveaway. All right. 2 balls, 1 strike now. 2 outs. Nobody on base for the Dirty Birds. Third game. This is the rubber match between the 2 teams as they have split the series so far, and that one in there for a strike, 2-2.
86 miles per hour from Quincy Jones.
4 strikeouts on the evening for Quincy. Pitch count very low. Doing a great job there. That one bouncing in front of the plate. Jorgen stops it. And now the count full to Gonzalez, 3-2.
Like to see that hustle from Jorgen, even though there's nobody on base. You always got to stay on your toes.
And that's what he does, man. Jorgen hustles. Here's the payoff pitch from Jones. And this one ripped to short as well. Geraldo fields it, throws it to Marshall, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, and that pitch count perfect now for Jones after 4 innings. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. Legends coming up. They lead here 2-1. We'll be back with more Legends baseball on the Lexington Legends Baseball Network. James Nelson leads it off for the Legends here. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-1. Legends lead. And first pitch outside from Adams, 1-0.
Yeah, and Nelson's a new addition to the Legends, batting .378 on the season with 5 home runs and 7 RBIs. He's got an OPS of 1.276.
That pitch inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. New technical director tonight. I want to give a shout out to Josh Smith. And Josh, I believe, is still in high school. And Dave, you're a fan. You like Josh, don't you? He's a good young man. And Josh said he has always dreamt about being a commentator. So Saturday or Sunday, he's going to join me on the broadcast. Saturday, Josh? All right, he's going to do both, and he's going to show up and get his first shot at it.
As Nelson strikes out looking. And I actually got a chance to hear him in the background, and I think he's going to do a great job.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and it'll give him his first shot to be on a broadcast. And it'll be your first pro baseball game broadcasting, right? All right, that's a big deal, man. You'll have a tape here, and you'll be able to get on there and show people what you got. Strike one here to Montrell.
Montrell Marshall at the plate. He's batting .245 on the season. He's got 18 home runs and 65 RBIs.
That pitch missing, 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes to Marshall. I'm so used to seeing him at third. It's odd seeing him at first, but now that I see him at first, I don't think that I could see him at third again. I think he'd be a good first baseman.
Yeah, I mean,
long length.
Yeah,
stretches
absolutely.
out. Good glove.
Mm-hmm.
And you've bragged about defensively his glove, so I know you'd be okay with that.
Yes, absolutely. Sure-handed, Montrell Marshall.
You got that right. 2-2. Swing and a miss here from Marshall, strike 3. And that is strikeout number 2 for Adams. And now with 2 outs, Manuel Geraldo comes to the plate.
Manuel Geraldo's batting .260 on the season. He's got 6 home runs and 42 RBIs, but I have to say his September numbers look insane. He's batting .404.
First pitch here inside Geraldo.
404 through 12 games.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. That one fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Defensively out there, Torrance in left, Heath in center, Williams in right for the Dirty Birds. Blom at third, Kelly at short, Burcham at second, Espinal at first, Gonzalez behind the plate. And that pitch in there for a strike as well. Good pitch there, 71, but good movement. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And this one chopped to short, picked up by Kelly, fired over to first, and that'll end the inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out, and that's all it took for Adams. We're headed to the 5th, folks. 2-1 Legends. We'll be right back with more baseball right after this. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Steve Tressler. This is Ashley Grigsby. And we are ready to begin here. Top of the fifth inning. And the first pitch here is a little chopper to second base, picked up, fired to first. Did they get him? Yeah, just barely, though, as Adams got down the line awful fast. And, boy, I tell you what, he's arguing there for just a second with Travis Lyle, and I think he's got a case.
Top of the fifth, one out.
Bang, bang play, but, man, that was close.
It was close, though. I think we have a lot of close calls. You know, we've trusted Travis Lyle on this call before.
Well, sure.
Against the Legends. So
that's why they get paid the big bucks.
That's why.
Yeah. Top of the order, Devon Torrance coming up to the plate. One out, first pitch to him, outside ball one. Torrance, like Ashley told you already, 212 batter. Oh, there's my, what's up, dog? And how you doing, dog? This ball lined into right field. Boy, what an effort by Tillman Pugh. He almost got that one, Ashley, as he made a run straight out there to right field and just about had it.
Yeah, he was fully extended there, on the run. Just went just past his glove.
So Torrance gets his first base hit of the night. He was 0 for 2, now 1 for 3 with that short little pop out there. So 1 for 3, 1 on, 1 out, top of the fifth. And that pitch is inside, ball one.
Yeah, Scott Burcham, second baseman at the plate for the Dirty Birds. He's batting .234 on the season. He's got 5 home runs and 35 RBIs. Ooh.
And he rips that one into right field for a base hit. It's going to go all the way to the wall in the corner. And here comes the runner all the way around the bag. And he's going to score, and we're tied up as Burcham doubles and Torrance makes it all the way around from first to tie this thing up at 2 apiece, Ashley.
Yeah, that's a tough one, to get into that corner and even try to make the play at the plate.
So both Burcham and Torrance get their first hits of the night, and they do it here in the fifth inning. And statistically, the third time you see a pitcher, you're supposed to be able to hit them better than you did the first two. Statistically, the third time around, they get hits more so than the first two, and that's proven to be true here. Both of those guys were 0 for 2 coming into that at bat, and this time both of them get a hit, Ashley. So both Burcham and Torrance now 1 for 3. Nick Heath not having that problem. He's 2 for 2 tonight. He's single to center twice.
Yeah, he's been seeing the ball well, and I think he's been seeing the ball well all night. Obviously I've heard that statistic from you, Steve, about the third time around. I'd also like to add the sun's gone down a bit, too. I think it makes it a little easier to see the ball.
Okay. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball hits Heath in the back, but definitely not on purpose. It was a 68-mile-an-hour changeup. So no bad blood there, as Heath knew it wasn't deliberate. If it's deliberate, it's usually a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to somebody. But so Heath trots on down to first.
Not only did he wear it, he threw the ball that hit him into the Legends dugout. A little souvenir for them.
So runners at first and second, and now who was that just threw the ball into the stands? Walking down there, is that runner goes, no throw, double steal pulled off by the Dirty Birds with 1 out here. Edwin Espinal at the plate, 276, 8 homers, 42 RBIs for the big man. Jones looks in. Now he steps off the rubber. Espinal steps out. 2 on, 1 out, top of the fifth. Tie ball game here in Lexington.
Espinal singled on a line drive in the first.
That pitch just missing inside. 2-0 now.
And it was an RBI, so He's got some, potential to get another one.
Yeah, Burcham has an RBI. Espinal has an RBI. That's where they got their 2 runs from tonight. Here's the 2-0. And that one hits the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike as the fastball is in there. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Dirty Birds and Legends in Lexington, game 3 of our series. Dirty Birds heading out after tonight. That one fouled back.
Devon Torrance is doing a bit of aerobics out there at second base. I think I saw jumping jacks and he turned around.
So here we go, 2-2 after the foul. Swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout. That is strikeout number 5 of the evening for Quincy Jones.
After that double steal, Heath has 4 steals just today. That's his 37th on the season, and Charleston has 6 steals.
Gastonia is far and away the best stealing team because they're the most aggressive stealing team, but Charleston is right there with them.
As a team,
That ball fouled off, and that is a souvenir for somebody. Nice crowd tonight. Dollar beer night, dollar Pepsi night here Thursday night, September 15th, 2022. Lexington, Kentucky. Legends and Dirty Birds. That pitch there just missing the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tyler Blom. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 5th, 2-2 score. Quincy Jones, 3.86 ERA. This will be pitch number 77. And swing and a miss there, and strike 2.
88 miles per hour.
He's starting to heat up. Fastball earlier in the first inning, 84. It was 86 2 innings ago, and now he's at 88. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this ball hit to center field. Running to the right is Irvin. He settles and makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. They'll leave 2 more stranded, but they do get a run and tie it up, Ashley. It's 2-2. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Legends, Dirty Birds, more of that right after we come back. Pete Jorgen's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th for the Lexington Legends tie score. First pitch here in there for strike one, 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Jorgen has been batting over 300 in the month of September, and that has raised his average up to the 262 range.
Yeah, he's batting 308 in September.
And that ball hit hard to right field going into the corner, and making the grab at the warning track is Williams, and that's out number one. I'm telling you, he is going to hit a home run at some point, and a couple times he's hit the wall. So before this season is over, which is Sunday, I'm telling you, he's going to knock one out of here. I said that about Gavin Johns for the Genomes, and he got one, and I think Jorgen's going to get one.
I feel like you need to call it for tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to have it tonight. Yeah, Pete Jorgen will hit one tonight. There we go. You got, the Bible, God spoke the world into existence. I'm going to speak Pete's home run into existence.
Speak it. I'm claiming it.
All right. Pete, you're going to hit a home run tonight. First pitch to Teal Martinez, strike one. Teal, the right fielder.
He's batting 220 on the season with 7 home runs and 28 RBIs.
And I never expect him to hit a home run, but sometimes he just gets up there and he smacks it, and you don't see it coming. I remember against the Genomes, he had such a great series. He had a couple, doubles. Like one day it was 4 for 4 with 4 singles and a home run.
He led the Dirty Birds in hitting last season.
Yeah, he was a Dirty Bird last year. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
This one, grounder to short, long throw. Nice play by Kelly. Scott Kelly makes a long throw to get Martinez, but he did get him, and that is 2 up, 2 down for Derek Adams.
Let's see, aided by that stretch for Espinal. Good on him for being able to keep his leg on the base and everything like that to get that out.
Yeah, big man's got skills. I'm not going to hate on his game there.
Yeah, he's a solid player, like all around.
Phillip Irvin coming to the plate. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Home run. First run of the game for the Legends, and a single to left his last time up. And that first pitch there upstairs, but gets in there for the strike. Strike one, 87 miles an hour from Adams.
Yeah, and Phillip Irvin's batting 266 on the season. He's batting 344.
And that one hit hard to right.
September.
And it looks like Williams knows where it is, and it bounces. Does it? Oh, it looked like it bounced back there, but I guess that was the center fielder running behind him. So that is out number 3 of the inning, folks. We're headed to the 6th. We're still tied at 2. Legends and Dirty Birds. Stick with us. This is Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Baseball Network. Welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky for Legends Baseball, everybody. About to start the 6th inning here. It is a 2-2 score. Dirty Birds got on the board first with a run in the top of the first. Legends answered with 2 in the bottom of the first. Dirty Birds put 1 more on the board in the top of the 5th, and that's where we are here now, 2-2 score. Dirty Birds 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Legends 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error as we begin the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Legends, number 23, Yeramil Geraldo, and that is going to be a whole different ball game now because I believe Quincy Jones was topping his fastball out around 87, 88, and Yeramil Geraldo throws mid-90s with his, so they're going to have to be a little faster with their bat swing with Geraldo on the mound.
Yeah, I just pulled up his velo, and the highest tracked on the season is 97.7. He's hit 97 several times.
Oh yeah, he's mid to upper 90s, so that'll be interesting. Well, we are ready to go. Top of the 6th inning. Scott Kelly steps in to face Yeramil Geraldo. Kelly 1 for 2 tonight. And Geraldo from the stretch, as he does, kicks and fires. And that pitch just outside, ball 1. One and 0 to Kelly, 233 average, home run, 28 RBIs. And that fastball there, 95. It's going to be a grounder to short, though. Geraldo makes quick work of it, and out number 1 as Montrell makes the catch.
Love to see how Kelly legs that out, just in case. And that always makes it a difficult out, and, makes it a play at the plate.
So, quick play there. Not at the plate, but at first. I get what you're saying.
At the base, yeah.
Miles Williams coming up with 1 out here. And let me check some numbers here as he comes up to the plate. Williams 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch there, fastball 96 miles an hour, and that is a strike 1, swing and a miss. Some heat on that one, Ashley. I think that's what we're supposed to say there, right?
Absolutely.
Sending the gas on that one. And another swing and a miss. He went from 97 or 96 to 83 between pitches. That's a huge adjustment to make.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a batter, you gotta try to adjust to that, and it makes it difficult.
And you got him swinging there.
0-2.
Ooh.
That one inside, 1-2.
Put the graphics up.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And tonight, Miles Williams has been connecting on balls, but not really, getting him in the places he needs to. He grounded out his last at bat to shortstop, and he flew out to right field.
Swing and a miss there, and boy, the heat blew right by him. That one 95 as well, and strikeout number 1 of the evening for Yeramil Geraldo.
And up next to the plate, we have Yvonne Gonzalez. I was looking for that graphic on the video board there. He's batting 278 on the season.
First pitch here to Gonzalez. It's over to short, over to first, and that'll end the inning. So Yeramil Geraldo came in through 7 pitches and ended the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th with Legends Baseball right after this. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field here in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Steve Tressler with Ashley Grigsby, my friend and colleague. And tie ball game here as we begin the bottom of the sixth. Tillman Pugh will lead things off. And first pitch to him fouled off for strike one.
Music. Okay. Hey, graphics, change it to bottom six.
He was pressing the.
Yeah.
He was attempting to turn the music off.
Strike two there, swing and a miss.
Tillman,
Gosh, Mike.
Tillman Pugh's batting .260 on the season. He's got 18 home runs and 59 RBIs. Woo.
Called third strike on that pitch by Adams, and I don't know if I agree with that one.
I'd like to see that tracked.
It's very rare you see Tillman go down not swinging when he does strike out. So Courtney Hawkins will come up with one out here, the bottom of the sixth. I'm going to call it, Ashley. Here it comes. This is the third time he's faced this guy, and third time up is the charm for Hawkins.
All right, so you're saying that
Number 47 right here.
47. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it with you.
All right.
Ooh.
We claimed it too soon. He popped up to second, and the catch is made, and that is the second out of the inning. So 2 outs here, 2 up, 2 down for the Dirty Birds. So Isaiah Tejeda, it's left to him to see if they can get anything going here in the bottom of the sixth inning with a tie ball game. In the rubber match between these two teams, Legends won Friday, a game that ended Saturday morning after 13 innings. Legends finally get the win, 17-16. They lost yesterday in another one-run game, 6-5. So these two teams play each other really well. They're one-run games, both games, and here we are tied in this one. And that ball fouled, strike one. And we got a 2-2 score here, so they're doing it again, right? They're playing each other close.
That's right, yeah. And when one's bat gets hot, the next one's bat gets hot as well. And I think they're both doing really well pitching.
Yeah, they're feeding off of each other's energy.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 outs and an 0-1 count here to the DH, Isaiah Tejeda. Typically, he's at first base when he's out there defensively, and Montrell Marshall, who's at first base, is at third. That pitch up high, ball one. That went 87 miles an hour. Looked faster than that, really. So 1-1 here to Tejeda.
I'm sure it did, and it was coming near his face, so it probably looked faster to Tejeda.
I'm sure.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss there. And that is strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Isaiah Tejeda, who was born in the Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic in 1991.
He's batting .360 in September. And I keep saying that about the Legends because they have really made a run in the second half.
Yeah. They have played great baseball here in the second half, and especially in the last month, they turned it on.
Yeah, and unfortunately it's too late, but I'm like in awe at these numbers because I'm like, I know that these guys could even, play better than even this. And so it's kind of a sight to see, he's already raised his average to 272. And I'm just hating that we're kind of at the end of the season already.
Yeah. Tejeda one time was playing in Carolina for the Carolina Mudcats. And he hits this one high and foul, so the count stays 2-2. And look at that. All the sorority girls chasing after that foul ball. It is sorority night here at Legends Ball Field, which is now called Wild Health Field. It has been the home for the Lexington Legends in the last 21 years. That pitch missing the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And sorority night here at the ballpark brings out the fraternities as well. So a little of each, and then the usual Legends crowd. Some scouts here tonight as well. A scout from the New York Mets came up and grabbed a roster for both teams from us tonight. And swing and a miss there. And Adams with another strikeout, and that ends the 6th. We're heading to the 7th inning, folks. We're all tied up at 2. We'll be back with more Legends baseball right after this. Welcome back. We're at Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Steve Tressler. Alongside of me, Ashley Grigsby. We've got a 2-2 score here. 7th inning, Yuri Ramos on the mound for the Lexington Legends.
That's right. Yeah, Yuri's pitching 4.40 on the season.
Last two pitches, 95 and 96 miles an hour from Yuri Ramos. And look at Derek Adams. He's smiling, kind of laughing that he even got a piece of that one.
Yeah, his velo's high. He's got 14 strikeouts in 14 innings pitched, 14.1. He's only walked 9 batters.
And that one fouled off as well, 1-2. A lot of heat here, 95, 96, 96. My goodness. And you can bet we're going to see heat on this pitch, too.
24 years old. He'll be 25 on the 10th.
Swing and a miss, and 4 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out.
He made it look easy.
1 down here, top of the 7th inning, and now the top of the order, Devon Torrance coming to the plate, the center fielder. Torrance tonight 1 for 3. He had a single to right his last time up. That's the only hit of the night. He actually 1 for 2. He walked in the first inning and then struck out his next time up. So he's 1 for 2. But Ashley will tell you his numbers on the season.
Yeah, he's batting a .216 on the season. He's got 1 home run and 16 RBIs.
First pitch outside here from Yuri Ramos, ball 1.
His OPS is .631.
From the stretch, here's the 1-0. Right down the middle. Woo, man, heard it pop up here. 96 on the gun. You know, and that's when a guy is pitching in the 90s, all you hear when you're a batter is that's what you hear down there every time.
The sizzle and the pop.
That's it. I mean, I'm telling you, when I got to high school baseball, we faced a team that had a guy who threw 91 miles an hour in high school, and I had no problem getting up to bat against everybody else. But when he used to throw inside, and you'd hear that, and look at that, rang him up on that pitch there. Froze him up on a changeup, by the way, at 86. Froze him up on that pitch and strike 3 called. So back-to-back strikeouts and a good showing for the scouts right there from Yuri Ramos so far. Now Burcham, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, coming to the plate. But when you get up to bat and you hear, I mean, that can be scary. When you hear the ball coming, it's scary. First pitch here. 96 popped into the air, and the catch made, and that will end the inning as Martinez makes the catch and right. 3 up, 3 down. Folks, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Do it at home. We'll do it here. We'll be back with Legends Baseball right after this. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field. James Nelson for the Legends leads things off. And the first pitch to him misses, ball 1.
James Nelson's batting .368 on the season. He's got 5 home runs and 7 RBIs. He's got an OPS of
Go ahead.
1.244.
And he hits it to straightaway center, and it's caught for out number 1. So Torrance makes the catch out there. 1 up, 1 down for Derek Adams, who now is in his 7th inning. He's still great pitch count for him. I mean, you know, you talk about load management, and he's right where he should be at 77 pitches here in the 7th inning. So,
yeah, he's pitching well.
Yeah. 4 strikeouts, 77 pitches, 55 strikes. Exactly what you want from your starter. And that pitch there misses, ball 1.
Swing strike from Marshall.
1-1 the count. Marshall, 244 on the season, 18 home runs. And that pitch there, fastball at 89, and that was a good-looking pitch. And you know what? If you had any questions about Adams' arm strength for the Dirty Birds, you can get rid of him. That pitch was 89. That's his fastest all night. And then fools Montreal with a 72-mile-an-hour changeup, a 17-mile difference there between those pitches. Marshall planning on that 89 coming back, and they threw that ball over. So I think he's saving all his strikeout balls.
Well, he's collecting them now. He's looking really good into the seventh inning. I'm sure he had a talk with their pitching coach, Joe Testa, and said, yeah, I've got it. I can do it.
So Manuel Geraldo comes up for the third time. He is grounded out to short both times he's faced Adams. And here a chopper looked like it came off his leg there, goes foul, strike one. Manuel Geraldo is a guy who, as the game goes on, always seems to get a little better, Ashley. Every game I see him play, it seems, now this is just my opinion, it seems like he starts slow, but by the end of the game, he's playing peak performance baseball. Swing and a miss, pitch up high there, 0-2.
I can see how you would say that. I think I feel like he's he seems like a quiet kind of guy, but then as those balls are coming to him and he's making those plays, you see that full personality come out.
1-2 the count, and you say he resembles somebody else on the team.
I think he looks like Brandon Phillips.
Yeah, from the profile especially.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
Yeah, like when you're looking out there and they're standing next to each other.
And swing and a miss here, so
it's hard for me.
Strikeout number 6 on the evening for Derek Adams through 7 innings. So not a bad pitching performance from both teams. We're headed to the 8th, folks. We are tied at 2-2. We'll be back with more Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Baseball Network. Welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Tie score between the Dirty Birds and the Legends. Charleston started the game off with a run in the top of the first. Lexington answered back with 2 in the bottom of the first. Then the Dirty Birds scored 1 in the top of the 5th, and that's where we are at a 2-2 game here.
That's right. We got Daniel Gibson, new pitcher for the Lexington Legends, on the mound.
Yep, and he's facing a guy who has been a terror on the base paths, right, Ashley?
Yeah, he's Nick Heath, the center fielder for the Dirty Birds. I mentioned he had 4 steals today, but I failed to mention he has 37 steals on the season. He has not been caught. He is 37 for 37.
And this pitch from Gibson outside, and quickly 2-0 now to Nick Heath. Not a guy you want to walk, as Ashley just told you. He's an absolute terror on the base path. Once he gets on, he does not get caught, and the numbers prove it when he tries to steal.
And I know Gibson's trying his best not to let that happen tonight. He's
That one fouled off, 2-1. Go ahead.
as Gibson's pitching .453 on the season. I'm looking at 4.53 ERA. He's got 53 strikeouts, 21 walks.
Here's the 2-1 from Gibson. And that one, looked good, actually. He moved like it was coming close, but that, I think, is just a lefty-to-lefty throw there. But missed the corner. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I always say, just because you jump doesn't mean it's a ball.
That's right. And this one chopped over to third, picked up, and fired to first. Did they get him? No. He is too fleet of foot, and he makes it down the path on a ball that would quite normally get anybody else out.
Yeah, he really is fast. I think the throw was from, I believe that throw was from Nelson. That's how fast that play went. Nelson to Marshall, and even with the outstretched Marshall, he wasn't able to get him.
So, 1 on, nobody out.
Is that, hey guys, double check that third baseman is Nelson.
Yeah. Oh.
Didn't look like it.
And now a throw over to first to try to keep Heath on here.
Yeah, it's 14.
Okay. So, yeah, throw to first. They keep Nick Heath on. He singles on a ground ball to third. Not many guys can leg that one out. Edwin Espinal at the plate. And there goes the runner. Jorgen throws down, and this one gets by Tillman Pugh and into center field. Phillip Irvin picks it up. He throws it in, and it looked like Heath was going to try to score, but thinks better of it, and it was probably a good decision. Montrell Marshall had the ball in his hand and would have been able to throw him out there if he would have gone for home. So that was a strike pitch there.
Yeah, I think it's just that also that Nick Heath is so, not only is he explosive, but he's playing ahead. So if that was an overthrow or something else happened, he was already ready he was on the jump.
0-2 the count. Or 0-1 actually, maybe. And that one fouled off. 0-2 now for sure.
Espinal, first baseman. He's batting .275 on the season. He's got 8 home runs and 42 RBIs. He's got an OPS of .777.
1 on, nobody out. Top of the 8th. And this one ripped into right, and they have scored run number 3 of the evening as Espinal gets an RBI single and Heath comes in from third. And that's how dangerous of a base runner he is. Heath ran the ball out on what should have been the first out of the inning to third base, gets on base, steals 2 bases, and just like that, they get a run in. Look how dangerous he is.
Absolutely.
He should have been out on his hit. They couldn't get him out there. He gets to third. So that was a triple that he got. I mean, that was a de facto triple. Nobody out, runner at first. And the first pitch here to the second baseman, third baseman, Tyler Blom. 1 ball, no strikes.
Tyler Blom.
And that one ripped foul. Go ahead, Tyler Blom.
Tyler Blom's batting .235 on the season. He's got 2 home runs and 19 RBIs. His OPS is .658.
Gibson, a 4.72 ERA. That fastball, low 90s. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Dirty Birds lead 3-2. And this one ripped into right field. Back-to-back smacks by the Dirty Birds into right field. And now runners at first and second. And still nobody out here as the Dirty Birds are starting to heat up. And the dugout starting to chirp. That was a Dirty Bird reference. The dugout was chirping. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We don't care if you're a Dirty Birds fan. That's fine with us. We're glad you tuned in for Dirty Birds baseball here. And, of course, we'll try not to be too bad of homers, I should say, really, and pull for the Legends. We are the Legends announcers. But you know what? Hey, we'll pull for the Dirty Birds.
I'm not making any promises.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, may the best team win, right? That's what you should say. May the best team win.
Sure.
3-2 score, 2 on, nobody out. Scott Kelly at the plate, and he will lay down a beautiful bunt. Picked up by Nelson, throws to first. They don't get him. It gets by Marshall and into right field. And here comes Edwin Espinal, and they lead by 2. And Espinal quite literally walks to the plate on that throw. And now both runners will get to advance another base. And it's a 4-2 lead, still nobody out. Runners at second and third for Charleston. So now Kelly at second, Blom at third. And Gibson in a bit of a bind here, still with nobody out. 2 runs have scored. There's still 2 on base. And here's Miles Williams.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier, that in August, Gibson pitched 11 games. He had a 1.69 ERA, and he was bringing down that ERA. And I would say this is not helping throughout September.
And this ball hit good by Miles Williams, and it bounces off the wall in left field. It's extra bases. Both runs will score, and a 2 RBI double for Miles Williams here, his first hit of the night. And now they lead 6-2.
And when you look back at Courtney Hawkins, I can see it from here. He looked like he couldn't believe he did not catch that ball.
Well, it's these, I'm telling you, it's the LED lights. You look into halogen lights, your eyes can recover quickly to find the ball. LED lights, you just cannot. They are just too bright. Your eyes can't recover in time. So 4 runs here for the Dirty Birds. 6 runs, 12 hits now, as they have stretched out their lead. And still nobody out, Ashley.
Oh, they're keeping it interesting.
Runner at second, no outs.
There's some movement in the bullpen right now.
That pitch there, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Runner at second, nobody out. 6-2, Dirty Bird lead here in the top of the 8th in Lexington. Game 3 of a 3-game series. And this one, another base hit to left center field. Another run will score as Williams comes around, and the Dirty Birds lead 7-2. And now the Dirty Birds are heating up, folks. It is safe to say they have got it going on now. And now Casimo Canella comes up to the plate. Or Casimo Canella. Casimo Canella. I hope I'm not messing his name up, and I sure am, and I do apologize. I don't have a pronunciation guide on his name, so to Casimo's family, if they are watching, feel free to type in his correct pronunciation of his name, and I will get it right, I promise. So, 7-2 lead here in Lexington. And the Dirty Birds in a 2-2 game have come out and started banging the ball around here to jump out ahead.
Is it not 7-2? Okay, I was just making sure.
First pitch here to Canella, fouled out of play, strike one.
Canella's batting .271 on the season. He's through his 21 games.
Nobody out, 0-1 in a 7-2 ball game.
Change the score to 7-2 on the graphics.
That's me, so just wait a minute.
And that ball has caught his foot.
And so he's walking. Did his shoe come off? So he was hit. He was hit by a pitch.
Yes.
Like.
Yeah, he caught his foot or maybe an ankle.
All right, so now runners at first and second, still nobody out. I can't imagine Gibson's going to stay in much longer.
No, I saw there's someone warming up right now for the Legends.
Yeah, he gave up 5 runs and has 2 more men on base, so you can't close the book on him just yet, and there's nobody out. We're going to let them change out pitchers, folks. We'll be back. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Legends Baseball Network. New pitcher on the mound, David Sanchez for the Legends. 2 on, nobody out for the Dirty Bird. Sanchez, the 23-year-old from the Dominican Republic. And his first pitch, 89 miles an hour, missing, ball 1.
Yeah, I was looking Sanchez has a ERA of 15.63 on the season through 7 games.
That pitch making it in there for a strike. 1-1 on 89 mile an hour fastball.
He's got 6 strikeouts and walked 7.
Very young pitcher. Only 23 years old, so, you know, really not a lot of a sample size there to judge him from. But just kind of feeling his way out here as he begins to play pro ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Devon Torrance. And that one outside, 2-2.
Yeah, and you can easily see how some of these games can kind of get away from pitchers, you know, just those short choppers and things like that. So yeah, I'm not no knock against them at all.
So 2-2. That one misses. Full count, 3-2 now to Torrance. don't close the book just yet on Gibson because the runners he is actually still responsible for on first and second. And the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. So Sanchez comes in and strikes out the top of the order with Torrance, and that is the first out of the inning. And that's a welcome sight if you're P.J. Phillips, isn't it?
It's a welcome sight if you're Ashley Grigsby too. You know,
if you're any of the legends
not
out
to
there.
not to be a homer, but
Yeah.
you know, guys,
We hate that for Gibby, though, right? Daniel Gibson, I mean, he came in and it just didn't have it. Some nights you do, some nights you don't. He didn't have it tonight. And we've seen nights where he's come in and shut the door on everybody.
Absolutely.
So, and there's nobody that's going to be more frustrated or mad about that performance than him. So
right.
There's nothing we could say that would make it any worse to him, I'm sure. So first pitch there, fouled off, strike one. And this one fouled off as well. And quickly 0-2 here to Scott Burcham.
Yeah, Scott Burcham's batting .235 on the season with 5 home runs and 36 RBIs. He has a OPS of .603.
And he is 1 for 4 tonight. He doubled, and that is it. He has popped out, hit into a double play, and struck out. That pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to fool him on that changeup. Crowd sticking around tonight. I don't blame him. It's a beautiful night, not a cloud in the sky. The sun has set here in Lexington, and the temperature is a very beautiful 70. And strikeout number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts here.
78 miles per hour. Changeup from David Sanchez.
Yeah. So back-to-back strikeouts for Sanchez. And, boy, what a difference that pitching change made there by Sip Garza and P.J. Phillips. And here's Nick Heath, and he's the one who got things going here to start this inning off. And he hits this one deep left field. Running over is Irvin, and he'll make the snatch and grab, and that is out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for David Sanchez, and we're headed to the bottom of the 8th. The Legends trail by 5 as the Dirty Birds put 5 on the board here. We'll be back with more Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Baseball Network. Pete Jorgen steps in here, bottom of the 8th inning. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Legends Baseball Network. I'm Steve Tressler, alongside of my friend and colleague, Ashley Grigsby. Legends trail by 5 after a big top of the 8th. Kevin Sygrist on the mound, 1.67 ERA. Very hard-throwing left-hander. Jorgen 0 for 2 tonight. Swing and a miss there, 1-1.
So what I've been meaning to tell you is that our former mascot, our former Big L, Ryan Neely, told me that the night that Pete Jorgen hit that double in the ninth inning, I think, he yelled out, "I love you, Pete." And he said that Pete heard him. And so
really?
Now when Ryan's watching the broadcasts and I'm at the game, he'll say, "Tell Pete that you love him." And, he'll hit. I have not said that audibly loud enough.
That's funny.
But it's probably one of my favorite stories.
Yeah.
'Cause I know if Ryan was with us, he would be yelling right now. See?
Yep. And Jorgen hits it up the middle, and he's going to run this one out because the second baseman couldn't get a hold of it to make a throw. And Jorgen gets a base hit out of that as Burcham went to his right, but Jorgen all the way down the line, so no play there.
That's what we needed for the Legends.
Yeah, that's how
leading
rallies
off.
start.
Exactly.
That's right. Sygrist made his debut with the St. Louis Cardinals. Also pitched for the Phillies and the Pirates. So he has been to the show, folks, so to speak, and he was drafted by the Cardinals in 2008, went to Palm Beach State College in Florida. That first pitch there, strike one, 91 miles an hour. Tio didn't like the call. He steps out for quite a while now, finally gets back in the box there. Legends down 5 here, bottom of the 8th.
Martinez is 0 for 2 tonight.
And that one ripped, but caught on the fly by the shortstop, and Jorgen gets back in time as Kelly grabs that one out of the air. Tio just didn't get enough bat on that because it looked like a line drive base hit off the bat.
Yeah, he just caught it.
So one out and top of the order as Phillip Ervin strides up to the plate.
Yeah, Phillip Ervin, 266 on the season, 17 home runs, 56 RBIs, and he had a home run in the first inning.
Yep, Phillip Ervin 2 for 3 tonight. I actually told you got a home run. He singled after that, and it flew out to right field, so 2 for 3. And first pitch there, strike one. That one missing low and away. 1-1 the count. Urban formerly with the Cincinnati Reds. And I want to say these guys faced each other when Sygrist was a Cardinal and Urban was with the Reds.
His last home run was an 85-mile-per-hour sinker.
Ooh. Strike called on that pitch. Urban shakes his head no, and I agree with Urban. I don't care if they call that a strike, but he has not called that a strike all night, I don't believe. And I just ask that you be consistent. And I think that's what the players would tell him,
That's
too.
that's what everybody wants.
And that one right down the middle, that was a strike there. And Urban watches it go by, and he'll go down looking on that one, strike 3. So 2 outs, runner at first, and Tillman Pugh from Oakland, California is going to see if Oaktown can bring some noise here for the Legends.
Tillman Pugh batting .259 on the season with 18 home runs and 59 RBIs. He's got an OPS of .810.
And hits the first pitch he sees, a high fly ball, right field, going towards the foul line and onto the Mattress Overstock patio. Jorgen already around third will make his way back to first. 1 on, 2 out, and an 0-1 count now to Phillip Irvin.
Yeah.
Or Tillman Pugh, excuse me.
He's got some bad intentions on that ball.
Is that the Legends or the Genome score?
High Point.
Genomes lead 8-0, and High Point's up 7-3. All right. Swing and a miss here from Tillman. 0-2 the count.
I was talking about how Tillman Pugh's been, heating up this September, batting .344.
That's fantastic. And that has raised his average all the way up to almost 260 now.
Yeah, he's got 3 home runs, 10 RBIs.
And that fastball gets right by him, though, and that's the second strikeout for Sygrist of the evening, of this inning. So, inning's over. We're headed to the ninth. Dirty Birds 7, Legends 2. We'll be back with more Legends baseball right after this. And there's Rosario on the mound for the Legends here as we begin the ninth inning. Edwin Espinal steps in for the Dirty Birds. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to Legends Baseball tonight, wherever you are watching, listening, however you're doing it. Thank you for joining us for Atlantic League Baseball. I'm Steve Tressler with Ashley Grigsby. And here's the first pitch from Rosario to Espinal, strike one. 82 on that pitch.
Have they brought attendance up?
No balls, one strike. Espinal hits this one high into the sky, but it's going to go foul. He is 2 for 3 tonight, batting just under 280.
He's got 279 on the season. He's got 8 home runs and 43 RBIs. He's got an OPS of 783.
Couple singles tonight, struck out once and was walked. Anoris Rosario replaces David Sanchez, who closed out the 8th inning after a big run on Daniel Gibson. Sanchez came in and struck out a couple and got one to get out as well and took down the inning and left 2 stranded, but not before the Dirty Birds put 5 on the board. No balls, 2 strikes here to Espinal, and that pitch there, a little chopper to short. Geraldo grabs it, fires to first, and that is out number 1 as Marshall makes the grab. So out number 1, and coming up next here is the third baseman, Tyler Blom.
Tyler Baum's averaging .238 on the season. He's got 2 home runs and 19 RBIs. OPS of 663.
Righty on righty here. Rosario kicks and fires, and that one inside, ball 1. Ball, no strikes, 1 out, top of the 9th. Dirty Birds blew up in the 8th. That's where the lead came from. That pitch low, 2-0.
Tyler Baum, 24 years old. He's from Mechanicsville, Virginia.
All right, Mechanicsville, Virginia.
Mm-hmm. He attended the University of Virginia.
He's a Cavalier. That pitch in there. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Virginia Wise. That's
Swing
right.
and a miss there. 2
Thank
balls,
you.
2 strikes. So Tyler Blom actually went to Virginia Wise, University of Virginia at Wise, right?
At Wise.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First pitch tonight was exciting for people here in the central Kentucky area and really all over the state. Probably not for Dirty Birds fans unless there's some Kentucky Wildcat basketball fans there. That 2-2 pitch is hit out and foul. The point guard for the University of Kentucky, if you rewind the video on YouTube all the way back to the beginning, you'll see Kentucky's point guard, Severe Wheeler, was throwing out the first pitch here tonight. And, of course, he got a big, loud cheer from everybody in attendance. And Kentucky should have a pretty good basketball team this year as usual. And that pitch hit him in the back. On 2 balls and 2 strikes, he gets plunked in the back.
96 miles per hour.
And he raced down the line like he hit the ball. And I think that was to get rid of that little sting on him. And 1 out. And that's not what the intent was there from the pitcher, Rosario. Throwing 96 miles an hour, he doesn't want to hit anybody with 2 strikes on him, I'm sure.
No.
So 1 on, 1 out.
But Tyler wore that well.
And no choice, right?
And he looks like he's ready to go at first.
Scott Kelly at the plate. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 9th. 7-2 Dirty Birds. And that first pitch outside, ball 1.
Scott Kelly's batting .234 on the season. He's got 1 home run and 29 RBIs. He's got an OPS of 636. And
that pitch inside, 2-0.
Scott Kelly's 5'9", 195, 31 years old. And they said he's born here in the USA. I'm sure there's some more information
That's it?
somewhere. Yeah.
Scott Kelly, American. That's all it said, huh?
Love that. Yep.
That pitch is in there, strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
He was assigned to the World All-Stars in 2016.
That one in there as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Oh. Sounds kind of rowdy down there in the.
Yeah, it's dollar beer night, so that happens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Rosario. Outside, 3-2. Hola to Maria Luciano, Valenzuela, to Puedes, Andares, Rosario, Suerte, Hijo. And he has gotten the message now. So thank you for letting us know that. And hello to you. And that's his son. And thank you, Chris. Tyler Blom was the 2021 Rawlings Gold Glove winning catcher. Right back to Rosario, and that is out number 2 there. And that's quite the honor for Tyler Blom, the Rawlings Gold Glove winner at catcher. So congratulations to him. Out number 2, and the runner moves to second on that ground ball there back to the pitcher.
Tyler,
so go ahead.
I'll say Tyler Blom was showing a lot of that speed off when Rosario turned. He did a quick turn to throw to second, but he knew he didn't have time, so he had to settle for that out at first.
Yep, couldn't turn 2, so they had to get Kelly before he got to the bag.
Right.
And now Miles Williams comes back up. One on, 2 out. Runner at second.
Williams is batting 159 on the season. He's got 8 home runs and 24 RBIs. He's got an OPS of 568.
Rosario throwing mid-90s on these pitches, so he is firing some heat there. And that one, 95 miles an hour. Strike 1 to Williams.
And Rosario is 27 years old.
And that one, 95 as well.
Steve, I told you need to call just 1 inning in Spanish.
95 por Rosario. Baja California, Mexico Radio. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. And swing and a miss. Rosario strikes him out. We're headed to the bottom of the 9th, folks. Legends have a lot of work to do, but we've seen them do it before. Question is, will they do it tonight? They trail 7-2. We'll be back with the bottom of the 9th right after this. Courtney Hawkins will lead things off here in the bottom of the ninth. Tonight's attendance, 1,967 show up for tonight's Titanic struggle between the Lexington Legends and the Charleston Dirty Birds. And that ball is gone. Home run number 47 for Courtney Hawkins. Out of here. My goodness, look at that. And we said he was going to hit one tonight. We spoke it into existence.
That's such a sure bet, too, for Courtney Hawkins. You know, you can say that any day.
And scouts in attendance, too. That's what I love is go ahead. The scout is here to see it.
Absolutely. They have to be watching Courtney Hawkins. Of all people, what a great, great, great night, and what a timely home run.
Absolutely. A blast to left field. Home run number 47, RBI number 120. He is now 9 RBIs away from the RBI lead, the RBI record, and he is just 1 home run from tying the home run record for a single season in the 20-year existence of the Atlantic League. And it is 7-3 thanks to home run number 47 for the Hawkman. And here's Isaiah Tejeda, and he can do the same. He has got light tower power, Dave. First pitch there outside, ball 1. Explain to the listeners, Ashley, what light tower power is.
You know, it took me a while. It took me a while. I was listening at home, and I was like, are they saying light tower power?
That's right.
You know, eventually somebody explained it to me that they have the power to hit those the lights.
Yeah, hit those lights out in the stadium seats, and they have the power to hit the ball so hard it hits the lights above the fence in the outfield. Max Tannenbaum, the pitcher on the mound. Tannenbaum in German means Christmas tree. Did you know that?
I do.
Dave, that's true. That's not a joke. We used to, as a kid, my grandmother was German. We used to go to Cincinnati for Christmas, and we'd have to sing O Tannenbaum. That's crazy.
I've sang that before.
Look at that ERA there.
6.66 ERA.
Was double.
For Max Tannenbaum.
It won't be that through the whole inning, though, because it changes. Literally, it updates every batter. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Tejeda. 7-3 score, Dirty Birds. That pitch outside gets away from the catcher, Blom, and a wild pitch there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Legends trail by 4. They came into the inning trailing by 5, and the home run, of course, cuts that lead to 4. But that's how rallies get started. Somebody gets a run on the board, and before you know it, somebody else hits, and hitting's contagious. 3 balls, 1 strike to Tejeda. Tannenbaum looks in from the stretch, righty on righty. And he rips that one. My goodness, he hit that a long ways. If that would have been fair, that would have been clearly out of here. I mean, that ball was hit a ton. That was actually hit better than Hawkins' ball as far as distance went. Don't tell Courtney I said that.
I'm not sure I agree, but it was hit well. So yes, I won't tell him.
All right.
We'll keep that between us.
All right, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes a payoff pitch from Tannenbaum to Tejeda. And that one hit foul as well. And that is headed to a car in the parking lot. Full count here to Tejeda. Nobody out. Bottom of the 9th inning. This is the rubber match between the 2 teams. The Legends won game 1 of the series, which was a fantastic game, quite honestly, played by both teams. The Dirty Birds played fantastic. So did the Legends. The Legends just happened to be the last team to bat, and they won 17-16 in 13 innings. That pitch outside, Tejeda draws a walk. Then yesterday, the Dirty Birds came back, and they won 6-5. Both the games in this series have been decided by 1 run. And tonight, this is the biggest lead of the series. Actually, it is not. It was 8-1 the other night. So I can't even say that. But somehow these games always end up getting close at the end. No matter what happens, they end up getting closer and closer at the end of the game. Tejeda at first. James Nelson to the plate. First pitch, strike 1, 87 miles an hour.
Yes, James Nelson's batting .359 on the season. He's got 5 home runs and 7 RBIs. His OPS is 1.213.
That pitch just misses the outside corner. Tannenbaum came in to replace Kevin Sygrist. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Nelson. Nelson today was at third base. Normally Montrell Marshall's spot, but he was at first today, so Nelson took over for him at third. And now Tannenbaum steps off the mound to look over at Tejeda to see what's going on. Espinal holding Tejeda on the bag. From the stretch, Tannenbaum kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. There's Espinal chatting it up with Tejeda. There's a look at Nelson at the plate. Home plate umpire tonight, Bob Howard. Lyle Travis over at first. Here's the 1-2. And that one hit right field, and Williams there to make the grab for out number 1. So out number 1 of the bottom of the 9th in the books. And Montrell Marshall coming up. Marshall tonight has struggled. After getting a single his first at bat, he has struck out his last 3 trips. So he is due for a hit here. Marshall batting .243, 18 homers, 65 RBIs. And the first pitch there, strike 1 at 88 miles an hour.
I feel like that was his pitch right there. I feel like that's the one that I'm looking for. That's the one that they've been picking up.
And if he throws out again, Marshall looks ready this time. That pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He did not.
I think Marshall he's due. I can see him doing something here. He looks more ready right now than I've seen him tonight.
Yeah, he's locked in.
Swing and a miss there. Almost a chop swing that time.
77 miles per hour on that throw.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 1-2 from Tannenbaum. And that was a good pitch. Strike 3 called. And that is the first time tonight he's gone down looking. And that brings up the last out. Manuel Geraldo. So 1 on, 2 outs, and the Legends down to their last out. Manuel Geraldo, not an easy out. Hopefully he can keep things going here for the Legends. Jorgen on deck, Martinez in the hole, and Geraldo will bat from the left side for the first time tonight. And the first pitch, strike 1 to him. 88 miles an hour. Good placement on that pitch from Tannenbaum. 6.58 ERA now. Good sized crowd here watching the Legends and the Dirty Birds. And Geraldo down to first. Espinal grabs it, touches the bag, and the Dirty Birds win Game 3 of the series, and they win the series 2-1. Any final thoughts, Ashley?
I hate to say it, but all this comes down to pitching. You know, you talk about how some of these games get away from both teams, and, it's, once your starter's out, you got to rely on the bullpen, and sometimes it just works out that way.
Well, folks, we really appreciate you all tuning in for Legends Baseball tonight. Dirty Birds and Legends finish up this 3-game series. It was the last trip of the year for the Dirty Birds to come to Lexington. They are headed back out of Kentucky and back home. The Lexington Legends, however, will stay here because tomorrow they welcome in the Kentucky Wild Health Genomes, and they will close the season with 4 games in 3 days versus their counterparts here that share the field, the Kentucky Wild Health Genomes. Final score here, Dirty Birds 7, Legends 3. Dirty Birds got there. 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Legends 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. Thank you so much to Ashley Grigsby for helping out on the broadcast tonight and for setting up that meeting with Brandon Phillips. That was definitely exciting for me and for my family because he was able to wish my wife a happy birthday on the phone and say hi to my kids, and he was just awesome. So thank you for that, Ashley. Also, want to say thank you to Bill Sally, our public address announcer. Microphone Mike Allison was our DJ tonight. Logan Weiler was on the video board. Technical director tonight was Josh Smith and Adam Marson. Hugh Davis was the official scorer. Dave Kaplan was the stringer from Major League Baseball. Ashley Grigsby was the color analyst. I am Steve Tressler. Final score here, 7-3. We'll be back tomorrow as the Genomes come to town. It'll be Legends and Genomes from right here on Friday night mystery giveaway. I wonder what that's going to be. You'll have to show up to the ballpark to find out. Final score 7-3. That's all for tonight, and that's all for this time. Until next time, have a great time. Go Legends.